One of the questions we get a lot in the office is, after my car accident, do I need an x-ray? Do I need an MRI? Do I need a CT scan? What is the best or most appropriate image for me, or do I need to do it? And the short answer basically is, it really depends on what's going on with you, what the details of your accident were, and things like that. So, until we do an exam, it's hard to say for sure. But most commonly, we will have people go get x-rays, particularly x-rays that are called flexion extension x-rays. And so if you went to the hospital after your accident or an urgent care or something, they might have taken x-rays just looking to see, is anything broken? That's just a static film. Basically, you stand there, take a picture, that's it. That's important. We need to make sure that there's nothing broken. However, in a car accident, you get that whiplash motion, whether that's this way or this way. And the biggest thing that we're worried about, if you've made it all the way into our office already and had some time lapse before you got here, is there any damage to the ligaments? So basically, the way we can do that most easily and affordably is to look at what's called flexion extension x-rays. And basically what we do is we'll have you stand there, we'll take a straight on x-ray with you in a neutral position. Then we'll have you tuck your chin as much as possible, take another x-ray, and then we'll have you look up as far as you can, take another x-ray. And so what the purpose of that is basically to see if you had one vertebra and another. As you bend forward, do things stay nice and tight, or has there been damage to the ligaments where one of them is moving a little too much forward or a little too much backwards as you go through that motion? So that'll give us a quick picture of what's going on in there. If we see some of that going on, then we'll typically send you for an MRI. Then we can get a more accurate picture of what that looks like damage-wise. There's some other reasons why we might send you for an MRI as well, but typically we're going to do x-rays to make sure there's no broken bones or no instability. And then if needed, we can take sort of a more focused look at the ligaments, the muscles, the swelling in that area using an MRI. Now, if you had a pretty bad concussion, basically, again, a concussion is when your brain sitting in your skull hits the back or the front or both. Then at that point, we might do something called a CT scan. There's a couple other small things that could happen, or presentations that you could have with your condition that might make us think about something like this. But basically, a CT scan is just going to be better at evaluating certain injuries. Typically that is like a bleeding in the brain or something like that after a concussion. But by far, we almost always are going to do x-rays, and then if need be, we can do MRIs. Typically, if you have something going on that's pretty intense, we're going to make sure you get to the right specialist to see if they want to run any additional imaging and that kind of stuff, because they're going to be the ones to manage your case at that point. But if you've been in a car accident, what you need to do is get an exam first. Come in to our office, we'll do a thorough examination. We can decide, what kind of imaging you need, what specialists you need to see, and kind of make a plan from there.